Hey everyone, so in today's tutorial I will show you how to effectively use execute window along with your playbacks and just using some of the buttons on the playbacks that you may not be always using. So what I'm talking about is this. So I will show you how to use the execute window and use some of the playbacks from there and activate them using the buttons go and pause on my playbacks. Again, if you didn't understand what I mean, I'll show you what I'm trying to achieve. So I have a playback, say this playback. I've got spots running the position, colors, and dimming. And what I'm trying to do is I will try to do following. I will try to make a playback that will be running an effect on them, and at the same time I will be activating it from my go button here, and then on the next playback I will have a strobe, say a strobe running across the fixtures, and that will be running as a flash button on my go, on my pause button of the playback. How can I do this? Again, this has been asked several times, and me and some other people have been suggesting to use this method, but I think not everyone get it how to do it. So today I'll show you how to. So basically this is what we're going to do. We have, if you open the execute window, if you don't know how to use it, I will show you just the basic simple principles of it. So if you're on page 1, and this feature currently works only on a page 1, and this is currently occupied, either copy all the details from here to another page, or if you just want to quickly delete it, just press set grid size, press 0/0 and press enter, and that will be, the grid is going to be deleted. Then after that what you do is you click on the set grid size and set it as 10 by 10/2 and press enter. Why 10 by 2? Because what I want to do is I want to map these executes, these 20 executes on those 20 buttons here. I'm talking about 10 playbacks with the 2 buttons, so go and pause, and I will be basically mapping this go is going to be that button, the pause is going to be this button, so they will be mapped. This feature, again, I repeat, only supported by the page 1 of the execute window. And this is how you do it. So okay, let's do basic example. I raise the playback, you can see the spots are positioned at us, etc. And then I will select my group of lights, the same that's used here. I'll press add effect, position, and I'll press pan. So you can see the pan effect starts running. I will increase the size of the effect, just make it bigger. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the direction to be going center in. So this is how simple it can be done. So I'm happy about this, and what I need to do next is following. So I press the execute window, and basically I'm trying to save it as this playback because that corresponds to the 3rd playback here. I press record and I click here. So I've recorded it now, I can press clear. So it all goes back. So the next thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make a strobe effect. So what I'm going to do is I'll select the same lights. While the lights are still on here, I go to the beam and I use the encoder A to mimic some strobe lights. So let's say this is what I want to do, and I want to assign it like a flash button on the executor. So I go back to the executor window, I press record and I click here. So then I can press clear. So now this memory is running the playback, the effect, pan effect, and this one is doing the strobing. So what I want is I want this to be toggle on and off, and this is called, the type is called button, which is fine. But this one, so if I use the arrows and I go to that one, so I select this playback, and I need to change the action to be not faded, not button, but to be a flash. So now if I click on this, it will only activate while I hold the button. As soon as I let it go, it goes off. So now we made all the settings as we wanted, and we can just combine them. But now we need to map them onto these 2 buttons. So how to do it? So if you triple click on your playback, it brings these options. You go to the buttons, and here it says Go uses execute grid 1. You double click and make it yes, and pause uses execute grid 1 and make it yes. So you can see it tells you this is the execute 3, execute 13, but let's give it a name. So we press set here. We're going to say pan fx, and this is going to be called trope. So now you see it comes with the names, and it comes with the numbers just to remind you where it's taking the information from. Now you can run your show, and then you want to run an effect. You click the button. You want to quickly strobe the lights. Strobing, let it go, it stops. Strobing, let it go, stops. And you can do the same things for the remaining 10 playbacks you have, 9 remaining playbacks you have. Again, this works on one page, and from the execute window it only works on the first page of the execute. Currently this is how we've set it up. And yeah, I normally use just the first page and then I map it, so it perfectly works for me for my lighting show, and sometimes when I'm using a media server while controlling everything from the MagicQ. Again, hope it was useful for you. Thank you very much for joining us today. Again, feel free to share this video with the other people and let them know what the CamSys can do. And again, just a little reminder that's been added, the feature that's been added a few months ago. If you want to run multiple pages, so same fader across like 2 pages, etc., you have an option here in the setup and the playback, and it's called playback holdover mode. You double click it and make 2-page holdover. When you do this, you will be able to change the page. For example, run this playback, change the page, and run another playback on another page. Cool. Hope it was useful, and thank you. Bye bye.